Please call the meeting to order.
Wow.
Ready?
Yes.
Jessica, you ready?
The first item is your minutes.
Approval of minutes of the previous meeting.
I have read the minutes and I recommend we approve the minutes as written.
We have a motion to approve. We have a second.
I second the motion.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? There being none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. Ayes have it, carries unanimously.
Is she coming up? No, you're fine, come on.
Even with you and I handicapping them.
We were semi-legal, now you made us real legal. How you doing?
All right, so your first item today is 3A, discuss a historic restoration grant reimbursement request. This is for 629 Logansport Street. It's HRG 2026-005, and this is for Mr. Campbell Cox's house. So he was approved by HLPC to install a concrete circle driveway in front of his home at an estimated cost of $16,000. He completed the work. The project came in right at $16,000 per the bid. And this project was funded at 16% of the final project cost, not to exceed $2,560. You can see on the screen in front of you our expense report. He paid all of the money, labor, and materials to one contractor. And since it met that $16,000 amount, staff recommends approval of the release of grant funds in the amount of $2,560. And I'm happy to answer any questions you may have.
Any questions? Do I have a motion to approve HRG 2026-006?
I make a motion.
We have a motion.
I'd like to second that.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any discussion? There being none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. Ayes have it, carried unanimously.
Your next agenda item, 3B, is discuss and consider a COA for 322 East Main Street, formerly the Greer's Building, now house. The applicant is Randy Johnson. Just as a reminder, this applicant did come before HLPC on May 4th for approval of several exterior changes, including a new building sign, a pony wall, encasing the existing railing, new paint, and new lettering. The only thing that was not approved at the time was the exterior lighting because the committee wanted to see examples of that. So the applicant has brought that back. So what he is requesting today is installation of 6 exterior lights on the front facade, 3 on either side of the building sign. These are black powder-coated heavy-duty steel fixtures with downward-facing indirect light, which according to our design guidelines is something that's recommended as far as down lighting, indirect light, and then also lighting fixtures that match the time period and those lighting fixtures in buildings around it. Staff find that ordinance criteria B, D, J, and K relate to this request. Of course, here on the map is 322 East Main Street. Some examples from the applicant, and also the applicant is here as well if you have any questions of him. And I also included the slide from our May 4th meeting that shows the overall vision of the building, and you can see these 6 light fixtures in this example. And so I'm happy to answer any questions you may have, and then Randy Johnson, who's the applicant, is here and can answer any questions as well.
Okay. Any questions for Jessica? Randy?
There's the picture of the light.
Brought a show and tell, didn't you?
That's it.
It's gonna be cool.
Yeah. It's gonna be 6 of them, 3 on each side of the sign. I got the sign permit today. They'll probably install the sign Tuesday or Wednesday, either tomorrow or Wednesday, and it will be backlit and it will be absolutely beautiful. I've seen it. It's the letters are raised letters. I think that we have done an admirable job of this building complementing downtown Nacogdoches, not only outside but inside, and spent way more money than I wanted to, and I'm sure Bill Elliott has too. So, but anyway, I appreciate your consideration on this very much.
Thank you very much.
And I will mention, as far as fitting into the district, there are similar light fixtures on Goodwill, Roma's, and also Reese Jewelry has similar light fixtures with a down, light, steel fixtures, things like that. So it does fit within the downtown area.
Any more questions? We have a motion to approve HRG 2026-00611, I mean.
COA 2026-011.
COA 26-011, 011, I'm sorry. Get it right in a minute. Have a motion?
I'll make the motion that we approve the COA 2026-011.
Have a motion, do I have a second?
Second it.
Have a motion and a second, any discussion? There being none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. Ayes have it unanimously.
And I
Wonderful.
recommend y'all look in where they worked on the inside of it, painted the ceiling and everything. It looks real nice in there. It does. It's a huge improvement over what it was.
Good,
It's gonna be a beautiful building for downtown Nacogdoches, and thank you all very much.
thank you.
And I will send you your approval letter tomorrow.
Thank you.
All right, your last item for today, let me get my piece of paper, is 3C, which is discuss and consider a COA for 311 South Mound Street, COA 2026-012. This applicant is Steve Hartz, and what he's requesting today is to do a 12-foot by 21-foot addition to the northeast corner of his home. If approved, this would be used as a dining room and kitchen area. He did say that the siding, the paint color, the windows, the shingles, and the roof will all match the existing home. His desire is very much to have usable space, but also look like something that was supposed to be there. Staff find that city ordinance criteria B, D, C, F, J, and K relate. Just because this is an addition, you need to look at a lot of the boxes for this. One note on here is that 311 South Mound Street is included in the Stern-Huya National Register District. In 1986, there was a photo taken, but not an individual like survey sheet, which we typically have to work off of. I don't know why. But then it was resurveyed in 2012 and was listed as a 1900 approximate date wood frame pier and beam house with a composite shingle roof that was in good condition. So it was surveyed. It was photographed in 1986, but I don't know why they didn't do an individual survey sheet for that. And so I have a few pictures that can further explain this. There is not a picture from the street, which I typically include for y'all because you cannot see this house from the street. You basically have to stand in the soccer complex and get at the exact right angle to even really see it from the street. So there's not a street view photo for you all today, but the applicant did supply quite a few. So this drawing in front of you, you can see on, I guess, the bottom of your screen, there's the front porch, there's the front wall of the house, and they are proposing a 15-foot setback. So that front porch would not be affected, or the two kind of front rooms. This addition would be 15 feet back. And there are some windows, which I'll show you, that the applicant is wanting to remove and then repurpose on the north and east side. So those windows would go away, but would still be used on the exterior of the home. This is a view kind of the opposite direction, where you can see the new addition. You see the 15-foot setback. There's the new addition is going to tie into the existing roof and then match the shed roof back porch. So it would still have the angle, would be a composite shingle, and would match everything else on the home. This is the proposed location in the dotted line. It's not exact. This is a square I drew on there. But that's the proposed location if you're looking at the back of the house. The proposed addition if you're looking at the front of the house, but then again, it will be set back, so it's not going to be flush with the front. And then on here, I did my best to kind of depict what he's going to do on the side. Where that dotted line is essentially where that new addition will start. Those 5 windows behind that dotted line will be taken off because that will be a pass-through, so that way they can get from an existing portion of their home to the new kitchen and dining room, but those 5 windows will then be used on the existing addition on the outside. Also, all of the siding will match, the color will match, and they will tie into the existing shingles with new composite shingles as well. And I'm happy to answer any questions you may have about this addition.
It's a cool house.
It is.
It really
Most people
is
don't know
cool.
it's there because it's so tucked back.
It doesn't matter, but was that house moved in there at some point, or was that original location? I don't know, that doesn't matter to our decision, I'm just
You
curious.
would think it was not an original location, but if you try to get down there to it, it's hard. I mean, it's hard to get out of there once you get in there too.
Right. But anyway,
I know it's
But
been
I
there
don't
since
know.
1986. I don't know about before
I
that
don't
though.
have any idea. But
I can't remember.
questions, Jessica?
You mentioned that it's going to be, it'll look like the existing parts of the house.
Yes.
And that it'll look like it was supposed to be there. Now, we have something in our guidelines about you're not supposed to make it like imitate the original house, so it doesn't, so you can tell by looking at it that it's not original. Is that correct?
Yes, so that is in there as far as it shouldn't imitate the historic feel of the place, so you think it's, it's original when it's not. A lot of times that's interpreted if you're building a new construction. Really, I think when we wrote those ordinances, it was more for when people were doing like the recreations of the Alamo and those historic houses. So typically it's for...
Like the stone fort.
Yes. I didn't say it. But so typically it's to discourage things like that.
Okay.
Because also other parts of our ordinance talk about you should have consistency of alterations with the styles, and you should make it fit as far as like stylistic features and craftsmanship should be kept and retained. And so those two parts of the ordinance can seem conflicting for me, and most interpretations I've seen where it talks about not imitating that historic structure. It's usually for new builds. So that way it's not like, oh, this house has been here since 1492. And it's like, you're in the middle of a business district. Like that doesn't really fit in that area.
Okay.
Are they going to have problems matching that siding?
I don't believe so. Mr. Hartz, when I spoke with him, if y'all, I know many of you know him, but if you don't, he also is very big into sourcing original materials. That man will dig through every attic and basement he can possibly find. So he had mentioned that he had found quite a bit of siding that matches this, or would be willing to mill it to match. He also keeps a lot of materials if he finds them on any job sites or going through anybody's attic. So he didn't think he was going to have a problem matching that siding.
'Cause you don't see that very often.
You do not. But there still are a few mills that will do it for you, and there's a few craftsmen that will make it. So that is his intention, is to match everything.
Okay.
And of course, if he comes back and says, turns out I can't find it, I need to do a wider siding or something like that, I did tell him that would have to come back before HLPC. So if he decides to change from that, he would need to come back to
I
y'all.
don't have any problems though, because there are millers now that'll copy anything.
There's a guy in Mount Enterprise that will,
Sure is.
I've had him make some molding around windows and stuff. He can match it exactly.
We did something similar when we restored the Zion Hill Church. We had a lot of stuff that we had to have custom mills made, and so I think that is his intention. If he decides to change course, he would need to come back before HLPC for that siding change.
Okay.
Okay, we have a motion to approve COA 2026-012.
I make a motion that we approve 2026-12.
I will second that motion.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? There being none, all
Great
in,
addition. It'll fit in with the neighborhood.
it's a cool house. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. Ayes have it.
And that is all I have for you today. So your next meeting will be Monday, August 3rd at 4 p.m.
I have a question.
Are we adjourned?
Yes.
Yes.